Holmes Creek in Vernon, Florida is a beautiful place, but today we're going to check out and see what it looks like after a large amount of rain has come. We'll head down to Cypress and see if that water that is so clear and blue still remains just as blue as ever. Do you think it will be blue? I guess we'll just have to check it out and see. What's up, everybody? Today we're at Culpeper Landing in Vernon, Florida, and we're going to check out Holmes Creek here. It's pretty high, as you can see. It's been raining quite a bit for the last couple of weeks, and we're going to check out Holmes Creek. We're going to run up to Cypress Springs, and I don't expect that to be clear with all the rain that we've been having, but we're going to check it out anyway and just see what it looks like. So you can come along with us and enjoy the ride. So the river level's pretty high. Like I said, I don't think I've seen it this high in a long time. I don't know, it's been a long time. And the color of this water is due to the tannins in the water. And a lot of the Florida creeks and rivers have this color to them, unless it's like a cold spring or something like that. But it's not muddy water, is what I'm trying to say. Ooh, the current's pretty strong, I tell you. It's been about, about a week and a half maybe since we had a rain, and it wasn't a whole lot, but the ground was already saturated, so it's just been, it was a lot of rain probably about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, and I mean a lot of rain. It's the most rain we've got in a long time. So all these creeks and stuff are backed up. I'm telling you, paddling upstream, which is what I'm having to do to get to where I'm going. And the reason I'm doing this is because I've got a bum arm, and I wasn't real sure I'd be able to do this today or not. I'm having problems with my elbow for about two months, a little over 2 months now, and hopefully that's getting better. I wanted to get out here and try to do this, but my plan was there's two different launches that you can come to up Holmes Creek that's near Cypress Springs. One of them is above the springs, and one of them is below the springs. Now the one above the springs is actually closer to Cypress, I believe, by a little bit. I haven't measured it, I don't know how far, but you know, I'd be floating downstream from that one. But when I had to come back, I would have to paddle upstream to get back to the car. So I would prefer to come to this one because it's downstream from Cypress, and then that way, you know, I can paddle upstream on the way to Cypress, and you know, something happens and I feel like I'm not gonna be able to make it. You always want to err on the side of caution, and that way I can, you know, if I get up here and I feel like I can't make it, I can turn around and just float back down. Either way, once I get there, the hard part will be over. I can float back down. So that's my reasoning on that. Just if you do this, make sure you stay to the inside on the curves. Just kind of stay out of the current, stay in the eddies, and it'll make it a little bit easier on yourself. But honestly, right now, you know, the water's so high, you probably wouldn't want to do this unless you got a motor. I'm on a kayak, of course, but typically the water's a lot lower than this, and it's not bad. It's not a bad paddle up from Culpeper, but I mean, I've heard some people paddling all the way from Vernon at the bridge and paddling up here and then paddling back, you know, in and out trail, so to speak. But I've never done that. We usually when we come up here, we usually either put in it Culpeper or cotton, or we take the the kayak shuttle service up here. One of those. There's a few of them up here. We usually take the one by the bridge, and they'll haul you up here. I don't know what they charge you for hauling your own kayaks. I'm not sure what that charge is. We usually just, well, in the past we've always just rented a kayak from them and did it that way. Honestly, I can't remember what that cost is either. But if you do go to those and you're coming during the busy season, you definitely want to call and make sure you get a reservation, because there's a lot of people that come up to Cypress these days during the hot summer months. So I kind of layered today, so I'm a little bit warm, believe it or not. When I got up this morning, it was about 50 degrees, maybe 49, somewhere's in there, but I know the high today is supposed to be 75. That's Florida for you this time of year. This is the entrance coming from how you would see it coming from Kayaker to go into Cypress Springs. You see this? There's a tree up here with a little sign on it, which says no trespassing, but that just means that there's a strip of land right there. It's actually underwater right now. You could probably float over it. But on past that, there's a tree with some white paint and an arrow. I think there might be I don't remember if there's a sign that says Cypress or not, but anyway, this is where it is. Yeah, so it's amazing that a little peninsula right there with those trees on it sticking out. That's normally, you know, you're normally below that in the water. So the water level is typically, a good water level out here is, for Holmes Creek, is about 12 to 13 foot. If you want to see the springs clear, I mean crystal clear. If you come during a drought, it's gonna be amazing. The clarity will be unreal. But there's like a little island. There's like, the island is like, the camera's pointing right at the island. That's the little island. And there's an entrance on the other side you can go around, or to the spring head, or spring run. And then this on this side of it, you can come in from this side of it and get into the spring run here. And it's usually, the water's usually blue. You can start to tell it's a spring run when you get right here to it. But it's not like that right now. Pretty brown. Well, I'm let down, and I had a feeling I would be. I was thinking about this all night with all this rain we've been having, and I probably should have postponed this trip, but it's the first Friday I've had off, and I can't remember when. So I wanted to go during the week. Plus, you know, it's February, so there's typically not that many people out here, if any at all. But I had a feeling that this was going to be browned out, but you could probably see the spring head bubbling up right there with a ton of water coming out of it. It's got a lot of pressure, but it's just, there's just so much runoff from the woods all the way around, and so much groundwater. It's going to take some time. Probably take a couple of weeks. I don't know. You probably didn't get much out of this video, but hey, you know when not to come to this spring. Don't come when it's been raining. I mean, a lot. Yeah, a lot. And it's been raining a lot. So this is it again. And this is what it looks like when it's been raining. So that's going to be the end of this video. It's short and sweet, but hey, not really much to show. And we'll try it again when, a couple of weeks when the water clears back up. Until then, y'all have a good day and have a nice weekend. And thanks for watching.